Hi guys, I'm here with S4, the off-laner and captain of Team Alliance. So Gustav, just to start off, talk me a little bit about how you think you guys are doing at the moment.
Right now we're struggling a little bit. We lost a few matches, but we're practicing really hard right now, and we're working hard and to be able to improve for next matches.
So just for context for the viewers, we're 2 matches into Epic League at the moment.
Yeah.
So those first 2 matches, they were quite close, I would say, or did you feel they were disappointing losses?
To be honest, even if we won and it was that close, I wouldn't be happy about it. So I kind of wanted to be more clean, and our strategy needs to be more clean. That's why we're practicing really hard right now and trying to improve on it.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a sense as a captain then that even if your team wins and performs badly, you're not happy? Or are you always looking for a particular standard of play?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a win is a win always, so you can be happy when you win, but you should also be a bit realistic when you know you're not playing up to standard or how good you can be.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can just feel that you're not playing good enough, even though you win. So you gotta learn from the wins also, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And over the past couple of months, have you been happy with how the team's doing, or is it still lots of work to be done?
Yeah, I've been pretty happy. We've been boot camping a little bit from time to time, but we've only been like 4 players in the boot camp, but we made a lot of improvements, and honestly, I've been pretty happy so far.
It's good to hear. Do you consider yourselves among the top of the EU scene, or is it difficult to tell at the moment?
It's actually pretty difficult to tell. I feel like everyone has been stepping it up a bit recently, and it's even hard to like call Secret, the best right now. Even though I would still think they're one of the best. But right now it's hard to say.
You've captained and drafted for a number of teams. This is your first team you've captained for a little while. Do you think this team feels more yours than the other teams you've been involved with, or is it similar to the last times you were with Alliance and when you were with the other teams you've drafted for?
To be honest, it kind of feels like I have a lot of control in this team, or like a lot of them listen to me, and there's not that many big egos in the team, and I guess it's similar to the old Alliance where I was captaining. So I have like a lot of space, and yeah, I enjoy it.
Were you keen to return to captaining, or was it just happenstance that that's what occurred?
No, I was actually kind of looking for it. Also, it didn't just come to me. I was kind of looking for it as a change, and I really like the drafting process and stuff.
Do you find it quite difficult to call plays from the offlane? Because I think you're the only captain I know who's an offlaner. Is that an unusual place to be captaining from, or do you find it relatively natural?
It can be so from minute 0 to minute 10. I think making shots from the offlane can be hard, very hard, because I don't think you're really supposed to do that. It's not your role to do it. You're not supposed to move your camera around the map. It's kind of up to the supports, I'd say, to do it early. But later, you can make a lot of good calls as offlaner, because you're gonna be running with the team a lot, and you're not gonna be the one like taking the farm on that side. So you will have a lot of room to make calls as an offlaner. Yeah.
You were one of the first players to move from the mid lane to the off lane, and now that's quite a trend. Everyone's doing it. Do you think that's quite a difficult transition to make, or did you find it relatively easy?
When I did it, it was kind of like a tri-lane patch, I think, when I was in OG. And that was super rough, because you're not used to playing against 2 heroes, nonetheless, like 3 heroes. I was like, so you just kind of have to not feed all the time in a tri-lane meta. But the transition is pretty easy. Right now, I think it's pretty easy. You just have to kind of get a good synergy with your 4, right? And then because you're gonna play a lot of 2v2s.
Yeah.
But I'd say in offlane right now there will be a lot of 1v1, so it's very similar to mid. The supports are kind of like battling each other on the side, so you will do a lot of 1v1 still. So it's similar. Yeah.
the Alliance team together, you brought in FNG as your position 5, who trialed for a long time. Was he always going to be your position 5? Was there a long period where you were considering moving around to someone else?
I think we were looking for like a 5, and we didn't really have any. So we were like look at the best 5s, right now in EU, because it's really hard to get like people from other regions. I know like EJ and stuff were taking people from other regions, but it was hard during this time. And to be honest, we were just looking for a good mechanically skilled 5. So yeah, FNG.
Was he just the best available, or is there a sense that he fitted a certain profile with the team?
I think he. I mean, I didn't know much about him in person. I've never played with him, but I kind of like looked at his replays and how he is mechanically, how he moves his camera, stuff like that. It's pretty important to me. I can kind of see how they're talking in game, how they're moving their mouse, like all that is super important.
So you have a very clear idea of the sort of players that you like to play with. Will you stretch to say the most talented player in the world is available? Will you include them, or are you looking for a very specific set of skills?
Sometimes there's not space for like the most talented person in the world. There might not be space to play with him. Your playstyle might not be for that, and you need to change a lot. So sometimes it's better to just not play with the best, just like to ruin things in the team.
Okay, wonderful. We'll leave it there then. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. That was S4 from Team Alliance.
Понравилось видео? Тогда ставь лайк, подписка, колокольчик. А то врач может не успеть.